America has become a nation of hypocrites. And if you've ever read the Bible, Matthew 23 is perhaps my favorite chapter. And that's where Jesus goes to the temple and calls the Pharisees the hypocrites that they are. And who did Jesus hang with? He hung with the whores. He hung with people who were much more honest than the hypocrites, many of whom were probably pedophiles and who knows what sort of sordid things that they were doing behind the scenes. Just like so many of our congressional leaders today, so many of the hypocrites and Bible-thumping preachers in our churches, when you pick up the headlines, they've abused a child, or they've run around on their wife, or they've gone to an illegal whorehouse, or what have you. Why can't we be a nation of honesty and integrity? The first thing we need to do in that regard when it comes to sexual integrity is stop lying. We are sexual creatures by nature. And if we honestly explored what's actually happening and actually talked about it in a public forum, rather than sneak around like Representative Foley as a sexual predator preying on young boys, we would not have near as much sex slavery, we would not have near as much rape, we would not have near as much incest if we do one thing, and that is legalize prostitution. You say to yourself, oh my goodness, that's so terrible. Well, it wasn't illegal in Jesus' day. Some of his best friends were prostitutes. And they made an honest, honorable living. America is a nation of whores, all kinds of whores, political whores, but also poor women who are abused by their Johns, who have to hide from the vice squads, who are thrown into jail, who carry disease, who have no real place to live, who have no Social Security or retirement income saved up. We abuse these women because their profession is not legal, except in a couple of places outside of Las Vegas. If we would legalize prostitution, here's what would happen. We can do away with the traffic in young girls. Sex slavery would die almost overnight. Women would have access to medical help. We could stem the AIDS epidemic. We could help women be independent businesswomen, or men, putain masculin, male whores. Perhaps if Brother Foley had been able to go to a male house of prostitution, he wouldn't have been preying on juveniles. Please, America, wake up. Protect our women who are in the sex trade. Quit harassing them. My goodness, I'll pick up the Houston Chronicle and there's some poor woman attempting to feed her family. And she is harassed and abused by, guess what? Vice squads. We spend money paying men who are probably voyeurs and who join the vice squad because they like to hang out in the titty bars and the pussy bars. And we spend that money harassing prostitutes when we should be helping prostitutes make an honest living under safe conditions. Let's stop the raping of women by men who have no access to prostitutes. Let's stop all the dishonesty about how much prostitution is going on in America, and let's protect our whores and our sex trade workers from the Johns who exploit them and take most of their money. It's wrong and it's evil. So let's license our prostitutes. Let's give them safe places to live, as in Amsterdam and other progressive countries, and then let's get honest about it.